Welcome back to my channel where we talk about Social Security changes, the next two stimulus packages, and daily news updates as well. There are new reports that some states are sending out stimulus checks at the state level and some as high as $1,000. So in this video, we're going to cover which states are sending out stimulus checks at the state level, as well as an update on the current nationwide stimulus package, which could include more stimulus checks and stimulus for seniors on Social Security as well. So let's discuss the details in this video. But before we do, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'm going to be giving away a stimulus check on that channel just as a thank you for supporting my work. Okay guys, so if you follow my channel, you already know that I focus on stimulus, but we also focus on benefits for seniors and Social Security benefits as well. Now in this video, we're going to focus on the possibility of a fourth stimulus check, some states that have already approved a fourth stimulus check, and what's going on with the current nationwide stimulus package. Now, before we talk about the states that have just approved a fourth stimulus check, let's do a quick update on the nationwide stimulus package. Now, there are a few things that Congress is focusing on for this stimulus package. First is unemployment. They want to make sure they're creating jobs and good paying jobs to make sure that Americans are getting back to work. Second is the housing market and specifically creating affordable housing. Third is stimulus. They want to approve more stimulus for the American people, including seniors. Fourth is climate change. And then fifth is families. They want to make sure they're providing enough relief for families with kids. Now, let's start off with unemployment. Just this morning, the jobs report from August came out, and it showed that America added 235,000 jobs when they expected to add over 700,000 jobs. This means that last month in August, we added way less jobs than economists thought we would. And compared to July, in July, we added over 1 million jobs to the economy. Now, President Biden came out and said that although we added less jobs than we thought we would, he thinks the economy is still growing strongly at a steady rate, but we need to approve more stimulus to keep things going. Republicans are slamming Democrats, saying that the reason we only added 200,000 jobs is because the unemployment benefits were still in place and people simply did not want to go back to work. Now, President Biden's response to this is that we need to create better paying jobs. The American people don't want to go back to work for $7 per hour or $9 per hour. And President Biden said that we need to tax the rich, which is his plan for the next stimulus package, and use that money to create more jobs, but not just more jobs, good paying jobs that create a better quality of life for the American people. President Biden actually just held a press conference talking about the unemployment rate and the need to tax the rich to create more stimulus, not only to pass another stimulus package, but also to use that money to create millions of good paying jobs. So let's take a look, see what President Biden had to say, and then we'll discuss the details of exactly which states just approved stimulus checks at the state level.
As we head into Labor Day weekend, we have more evidence of the progress of our economy from last year's economic calamity. Today, we learned the economy created 235,000 new jobs in August, and the unemployment rate fell to 5.2%, the lowest it has been in 18 months. What we're seeing is an economic recovery that's durable and strong. The Biden plan is working. We're getting results. America is on the move again, and today's revision of previous month's job gains, with the revision of the July numbers, this report means that we have been adding an average of 750,000 jobs per month on average during the past 3 months. And in the 3 months before I became president, well, we're adding 60,000 jobs a month. Total job creation in the first 7 months of my administration is nearly double any prior first-year president. While I know some wanted to see a larger number today, and so did I, what we've seen this year is the continued growth, month after month, in job creation. It's not just that I've added more jobs than any first-year president, in the first year of any president. It's that we've added jobs in every single one of my first 7 job reports, and wages are going up. Some more jobs, some months are fewer, some months more, but always adding jobs. This is the kind of growth that makes our economy stronger and consistent progress and not boom or bust. Our economy grew the first half of this year at the fastest rate in about 40 years. We're the only developed country in the world. I'll say that again. We're the only developed country in the world whose economy is now bigger than it was before. Because of the groundwork we laid with the American Rescue Plan, we're seeing an economy and a job market that can weather the ups and downs of the Delta variant and anything else that comes our way. You know, we have a lot more work to do, as I will discuss shortly, but the facts speak for themselves. Think of where this country stood on the day I was sworn in as president and compare it to where we are today. The number of people filing new claims for unemployment each week is down 57%. Down 57%. Child poverty is down nearly 50%. We're no longer seeing long lines of people waiting for boxes of food to be put in their trunk after waiting for hours, or sometimes up to 2 hours. The unemployment rate is down from 6.3% to 5.2%, and I believe it's going to continue to go down. And it's no wonder that last week's Gallup poll found that 72% of Americans think that now is a good time to find a quality job. At this time last year, that number was 30%. And that's the mark of an economy where regular people can see a place for themselves in the economy. You know, the holidays we celebrate this weekend, the holiday Labor Day, is about honoring the dignity of work, honoring the American worker. And that's what our economic strategy is all about as well. It's about growing our economy from the bottom up and the middle out, providing some extra breathing room for families. And my dad would just say, just a little breathing room. Creating an environment where employers have to compete for workers by providing higher wages and better benefits. That's what's happening. Wages are up, especially for working class Americans. Even so, even with the progress we've made, we're not where we need to be in our economic recovery. There are two critical tasks ahead this month to get us closer to our goal and to take the next steps in our recovery. And it's creating a lot of unease in our economy and around our kitchen tables. Today's report shows that the steps we've taken, passing the rescue plan and 175 million people, make our economy capable of growing and adding jobs even in the face of this continuing Delta surge. A strength in our economy very different from the way things were last winter. There's no question the Delta variant is why today's job report isn't stronger. I know people were looking, and I was hoping for a higher number. But next week, I'll lay out the next steps that we're going to need to combat the Delta variant, to address some of those fears and concerns. I want to talk about how we'll further protect our schools, our businesses, our economy, and our families from the threat of Delta. As we continue to fight the Delta variant, the American Rescue Plan we passed continues to support families, businesses, and communities. Even as some of the benefits that were provided are set to expire next week, states have the option to extend those benefits and the federal resources from the rescue plan to do so. That not more federal taxes, state taxes, but they have the federal money to be able to do that. States continue to have access to a wide array of support, like Help for Schools that are reopening, Help for Child Care Centers to make them available and affordable, and other resources to help our economy get back to normal. The measures we've taken so far have brought America out of an economic freefall, steadied us, and enable us to grow our economy even as we continue to combat.
So, President Biden went on to say that the next stimulus package is going to focus on taxing the rich, making sure they're paying their fair share, and using that money to continue to grow the economy, to continue to create more good-paying jobs, to continue to approve more stimulus for the American people. He even said in this video that although a lot of the benefits are expiring at the state level, he encourages states to approve more stimulus at the state level. He specifically said that there is still leftover money from the last stimulus package, and he is encouraging states to use that money to approve more stimulus checks for the American people, to use that money to provide more unemployment benefits, to use that money to provide stimulus for seniors in their states. And this is one reason why I continue to make daily updates on the next stimulus package, not only for the national stimulus checks that might be approved, as well as, of course, an expansion of Social Security benefits, but also because states continue to approve stimulus checks at the state level, especially when we have the President of the United States encouraging states to do so. So let's take a look and see exactly which states are approving a fourth stimulus check. Hopefully, if you're watching this video, you're from one of these states. And if you're not, don't worry. There are more states every single week that are approving more stimulus checks. And again, this is why I keep making daily updates. So guys, please subscribe and I'll keep you updated every time a new state approves more stimulus checks. When Democrats approved the American Rescue Plan back in March, states were given $200 billion to spend on their specific state for the economic recovery due. Now, about half of that money still has not been spent, and a lot of states and even cities and counties are approving stimulus checks at the state level. Now, one of the most notable states is California. California has already just approved their fifth stimulus check. And a lot of people are saying that the governor of California, Governor Newsom, is doing this to try and win, which is happening in about 2 weeks. And this ties in with my idea that I truly believe we're going to continue to have more stimulus checks every time someone's up for. And with the 2022 midterm coming up, I really think Democrats are going to try and do a fourth or even fifth stimulus check before those. I always talk about on this channel the Georgia Senate runoff earlier this year. Democrats promised to do a third stimulus check. If Democrats won both of those seats in Georgia, the American people voted both Democrats in, and then they approved a third stimulus check of $1,400. This is the exact same tactic that Governor Newsom is using in California. And it's why I think Democrats are going to do this in 2022 as well, because they want to maintain control of the House and the Senate. And honestly, approving stimulus checks has been proven to win votes. Now, whether or not you think that's moral, let me know in the comments below. Some people consider it bribing to say, hey, we'll approve a stimulus check if you vote for us. I can see where they're coming from, but guys, you know I'm always for more stimulus for the American people and whatever it takes to get that done. But currently, California has approved a fifth stimulus check, and this is going to be a $500 stimulus check as long as you make between $30,000 and $75,000 per year. Now, I know that leaves out people that make less than $30,000 per year, but that was what the fourth stimulus check was in California. The fourth stimulus check went to people who made less than $30,000 per year. Now, currently, there's also an additional $500 stimulus check that you'll get if you have any children. That's just one check for children. So even if you have 2 or 3 kids, you only get one additional $500 stimulus check for having a kid. And again, that is in California. Now in Colorado is sending stimulus checks as well at the state level, and they are sending $375 to anyone who has received at least one unemployment payment between March 2020 and October 2020. Now, this stimulus check is specifically to help people who are on unemployment benefits and are about to lose that boost because that benefit is ending. Now, in Maryland passed legislation months ago to repeal all state and local taxes on unemployment benefits and include immediate stimulus payments of $500 for families and $300 for individuals who filed for the Earned Income Tax Credit. So if you remember last year, the federal government took away taxes on unemployment, but you still had to pay state taxes. Now, Maryland removed that state tax. That means people who are on unemployment are going to get somewhere between an extra $500 and $1,000 in a tax refund stimulus to get that money back that they already paid in taxes if they were on unemployment. And they also did an additional $500 stimulus check for families and $300 stimulus check for singles for those who are low income. And in order to qualify for that in Maryland, you had to have filed for the Earned Income Tax Credit. And generally, that's people that make below $20,000 per year, depending on how many kids you have. New Mexico just set aside $5 million to approve a fourth stimulus check as well, but the details of that check still has not been announced. Now, a lot of states are doing something called a retention bonus. In some cases, this is almost a form of hazard pay, paying teachers for having worked during, and in other cases, it is a form of retention bonus to encourage them to stay, as some states are having trouble hiring teachers. Now, Florida allocated a $1,000 stimulus check to teachers and administrators who have worked throughout. Georgia also did a $1,000 stimulus check for full-time teachers and administrators, and part-time teachers will get a $500 stimulus check as well. Now, Michigan is doing a $500 stimulus hazard pay for teachers, and Tennessee is doing a $1,000 hazard pay stimulus for full-time teachers as well, and part-time teachers in Tennessee will get a $500 stimulus check. There are also reports that Texas is working on a statewide stimulus check for teachers as well, but the details of that still have not been confirmed. That being said, there are a lot of districts that are doing stimulus checks at the district level for teachers, so if you work as a teacher in Texas, reach out to your district administrators and see if there's any type of stimulus program available for you. So as of now, these are the states that have approved a stimulus check at the state level. So if you're from these states, congratulations. And if you qualify for any of these stimulus checks for teachers, congratulations as well. And thank you for the service that you've provided during this pandemic. Now, if you're not from these states and you don't qualify for any of these stimulus checks, I know it can be frustrating, guys. And quite frankly, it's unacceptable that every single person in this country has not received a fourth stimulus check yet. So I completely understand your frustration. Now, as the federal government continues to work on the next stimulus package, which could include a fourth round of stimulus checks, new states continue to approve stimulus checks at the state level every single week. So if you'd like to stay updated, please subscribe to my channel and I will keep you posted every single time a new state approves more stimulus. Democrats have also pledged to have the next two stimulus packages done by the end of September, so we should have a lot of updates to come. That stimulus plan could include a fourth round of stimulus checks. It could include an increase in Social Security benefits, which is something that President Biden has promised. It could also include a monthly adult stimulus check via the adult tax credit. And it's also expected to include monthly stimulus checks for children. So guys, there is a lot of stimulus to come, and we should have a lot of updates in the next couple of weeks. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will keep you posted on the next two stimulus packages, Social Security changes, and daily news updates as well. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. So until the next video, take care and have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day.